Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Nicole and I post family and lifestyle content. And in today's video, I did do an intro and my camera decided to shut off in the middle of it and it didn't save what I'd done even though it looked like it had saved. So I am just going to reintroduce what's happening and then we'll cut off back to where we was up to on the day. So what I had started to tell you is what we're doing today. So first thing, we are going to the vets this morning with Lady. Lady is my Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. She will be 13 next month, so she's quite an elderly girl. And when we were brushing her teeth, we noticed that she had like a weird growth on her teeth on this side and there was a funny smell coming off of her mouth. So we booked her straight into the vet and we're heading there to get her checked over. It's always a worry when they're elderly because Cavalier's age range is between 10 and 14 and obviously with her being nearly 13, she is on the more elderly side of that. But we've done really well with her health-wise, so I'm hoping everything is absolutely fine. And then after that, we are heading to Manchester United's football ground for a stadium tour at Old Trafford. Now, we are from just outside of Manchester and Kieran is a big Man United fan, so I know that that causes a bit of contention and they aren't doing too great at the moment, as we know, so I don't need to hear it if you are not a United fan. I really am not that bothered, but my husband and my son are into it. So we are going there today for them to show you around the stadium. And I'm not sure, well, when I filmed this, I wasn't sure whether I could film. I was allowed to film some of it, so I was able to get some clips around the stadium, but I wasn't allowed to film anything like when they were speaking and talking about the tour. So there is some of that in there as well. So if you keep on watching, you'll see where I cut off. We'll have a little bit of a catch up whilst I get ready and then we will head off to Old Trafford. I don't know where that cut off then because it just came up on my thing memory card error, but it's working fine now, so that was strange. So yeah, I'm trying to find a good makeup routine and skincare routine. I've taken it back to basics. I've just used a Skin Food moisturiser this morning. I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury foundation, and then the concealer that I have used is this Maybelline one, which I think is it Maybelline? Where's the brand? There's so much writing on there. The multitasker. I'm sure it's Maybelline. Why does it not have the brand anywhere? Seven hours later. It actually doesn't have the brand. I am sure it's Maybelline though. That's bizarre. Oh, Rimmel. No, it's there. It's you know where they put the stickers? So it's the Rimmel one and it is the multitasker concealer. So yeah, that is what concealer I'm using. It's quite a good concealer, but I am finding that my mascara always, no matter what concealer I use, drips underneath. And yeah, that's not always good. So I'm trying to as well, you know, understand that my skin is getting older now, so I can't use, I used to just pile the powder on because of the oiliness of my skin. So I'm trying to just use the powder in certain areas and hope that it lasts. I feel like I'm so disorganized this morning. So I've just been doing a little bit of powder underneath, not loads, just like a little bit, and dabbing it in. I love these makeup brushes. These are, oh my brain has gone this morning. Why can't I remember what the brushes are called? Real Techniques. Gosh, having proper brain farts today. But yeah, Kieran came home yesterday for the weekend. It's windy outside, it's blowing everywhere. He's taken Henry to go to the barber's this morning. We've got a very busy day today. So yeah, he's got up, taken Henry to the barber's. Then we're going to take Lady to the vet. I'm debating whether to take Buddy with us because I think if he is left on his own, he will be distraught. And Lady is very old. We've had her since she was a puppy and she's very, very old now. So I do worry. Because they say that Cavalier King Charles Spaniels live between 10 and 14 and she's 13 next month. So she's had a long and lovely life, but we are worried that we're not going to see the year out with her this year. Which makes me really sad to think about. I try not to think about that. But for Cavaliers, if you're looking to get dogs, Cavaliers are the best dogs ever. Like, they are, you will never find a vicious Cavalier ever. My vet said they're his favourite breed because he's got 2 Cavaliers, and he said that he's never come across a vicious one ever. He's never had one bite him or anything like that. They're the softest dogs. They are the sweetest little dogs. But they do come with a lot of health issues, which when I got Lady, bearing in mind was 13 years ago, I didn't actually educate myself around the health issues that they might have. I was a lot younger, a lot more naive, and I'd always wanted a Cavalier since being little. I'd always wanted a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and I was going to call her Lady from being very little, and that was my dream, to have that dog. So I didn't know about the health issues until we got her, and we took her to the vet, and he said that it's not a case of if she'll get a heart murmur, it's when she'll get a heart murmur. And then she does have a heart murmur now, but she's lasted a very long time without a heart murmur. She's only had that in the last couple of years. It's still quite minimal. They get hip issues, they get eye issues, they get ear issues. That's hard to say. Ear problems. So she's fully deaf now, although sometimes I don't think she is. I think she hears us. She just pretends that she can't hear us. Yeah, they get hip problems, which she has, so she has medication for her joints. We use U-Move, which helps her a lot. There's loads of things that they can have, like, wrong with their brain, and so I don't know whether I would get another Cavalier, because I think we've been very, very, very lucky with Lady. She was bred very well. Never had, touch wood, never had any problems with her in such of like needing the vet. She's never had to go, apart from when she ate a birthday cake one time, but that was her own fault. She climbed on the table and ate a birthday cake. But other than that, she's never had to like go to the vets for anything other than like checkups and things, apart from this tooth thing today. So I'm hoping we get a lot longer out of the little sniffer, but she is a very elderly girl, and you can tell just when she walks in the room now, she just comes in like, but she's, when you get a treat out, she's very sprightly and she'll run around, but she struggles on walks. So yeah, it's not nice to see. When she was my first ever dog, she's my little baby dog. And then we got Buddy, who's a little monk. Buddy's cute, he's sat here guarding me at the moment. Aren't you, Bud? Hey yo, you're a good boy, aren't you? To be fair, he gives himself a bad name because he's such a lovely boy, such a good dog, but when people come round he goes mental all the time, so people think he's like vicious because he's always, when people come to the door, he's like rah! But as soon as you sit down and chill out, everyone's like, oh, he's really nice. I'm like, yeah, he just introduces himself really poorly. So I'm gonna quickly get this done, and then I need to get Penelope ready. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:31 a.m.
That was loud. Look, I can never get that ombre look. I try and go for it and then it ends up looking block. So I try and do the ombre style at the front and then it ends up with a block. So yeah, I don't know whether I can take you in Old Trafford today. I don't know whether they allow filming or anything like that, but what I can show you, I will show you. So if you're a Manchester United fan and you've always wanted to see, you can come along. If you're a football fan and you wanted to see, you wanted to come along, or if you're not even that interested and you just want to see, like say, we've got the museum first. Someone has pinched my eyelash curlers. I don't know where they've disappeared to. I have like a place for everything in this house, and what really aggravates me, and this might be an only child thing or it might be a high functioning anxiety thing, but I don't mind people using my stuff, Like I will share. I'm not that, like people go, oh, you don't share because you're an only child. No, I have no problem sharing, just put my stuff back. I don't like not knowing where my stuff is. It really aggravates me. So if someone, like Kieran will use my tweezers for something and then he'll just leave them wherever he was. And then I'll be like here, sat here going, oh, where's my tweezers? And then I have to go on the hunt around the house for them. I'm like, no, I have a spot for everything. If you want to use my stuff, feel free, but bring it back. Like my hair, I'm like, where's my hairbrushes? Like I have about 5 hairbrushes and they just get dispersed around the house. So I have to send Penelope on a hunt. I don't like using a bristle brush anymore. There's 2 brushes that I've got that are my favourite ones and they always seem to go on a walkabout. So I'm gonna have to send Penelope on a hunt for the brushes because that's her. She just leaves them everywhere or puts them in her room. Drives me bonkers. So I don't know who's been using my eyelash curler. I hope it's not Kieran. It's probably Penelope because she's trying to get into like beauty things, even though I think she's a little bit too young, but I'd rather know that she's doing stuff like that and then I can help her with it rather than her just getting loads of stuff. I need to get her to get ready actually. My neck looks really orange on camera. It doesn't in person. When I'm looking in the mirror it looks all blended in and then when I'm looking on the camera it looks a different colour. It makes me look very yellow on the viewfinder. I don't know when I watch it back if I will look, yeah, I look like a Simpson. Don't know what's going on with that. Well, I was introduced to Sephora the other day. So we've had Sephora in the Trafford Centre, which is our shopping mall near here. We've had it for months and months, but there is always a massive queue outside. They have to have like it cordoned off and you have all the Sephora kids queuing up for it. And I have waited for a Sephora to come here for years. Because if you was here from the very, very, very start of my channel, it was a makeup channel. I mean, I have removed a lot of those videos now because it was bad. The lighting and the filming and everything, I used to just do it off my phone. And yeah, bless my little heart when I was like 20 trying to do the makeup videos. So I have been watching these American girls go into Sephora for like 15 years and wanting a Sephora. And it finally arrives and I've not been able to go in because there's always a massive queue of kids outside. So we went in the other day because there was no queue, but it was so packed out. It just was not enjoyable. I was getting anxiety in there. I was like, kids, stay near me, because I'm so paranoid about being in public spaces with the kids. You just never know, do you? I watch and listen to a lot of true crime, so I'm very paranoid. So yeah, we were in Sephora looking at all the stuff, but I just felt like I couldn't properly look because it was just so crowded. It was crazy. But they do have some really good brands in there. If you know what you want, you're probably just best ordering off online. But if you want to go in and see stuff, they do have a lot of stuff in Selfridges at the Trafford Centre. They have got a whole section which has got a lot of the stuff that's in Sephora. So I'd probably just recommend going in Selfridges and having a look in there if you want to have a good look. And then if you want to go to Sephora and buy it from there, then just head over and go and grab what you want after you've had a good look. But it was mental how busy it is. But we had just been introduced to this brand from my goddaughter, actually. My 12-year-old goddaughter, bless her, is obsessed with skincare at the moment, and she's using this brand called Bioma. Now, I'd never heard of this because it's not in just your regular shops and stuff. So unless I go to the Trafford Centre and go in Selfridges, you wouldn't even see it. And it's in a little corner where I wouldn't even notice it probably. So yeah, I ordered this off Space NK. There's also a Space NK shop in the Trafford Centre now. But this is the Puffy Eye Depuff and Brighten Eye Gel. So I've used that. Oh, I forgot to put it on this morning. No, I used that last night. And I ordered some other cleanser, but then it's not come with it. I don't know why. And I've ordered Penelope like a starter kit, but apparently it's really popular with preteens because it's a gentle cleanser and it adds like a barrier on the skin. So I want to get her into something that's not going to be harsh chemicals, because I think these kids are getting into the skincare and they're using stuff that's harsh chemicals, and I don't want her damaging her skin. So if that has adds a barrier, then that's really good. So I did quite like it actually, and my eyes look less puffy today than they have done in a while. So I'm quite happy with that. And then I went into Home Bargains the other day, and they had all this Inky-List stuff, which I've used the Inky-List before, I do really like it. And it's usually around £13 for whichever product you're buying. £3.50 in Home Bargains. So I got the niacinamide serum, which is really good for like controlling excess oil, which I need because I have really oily skin. And this one is the ceramide serum, which helps to hydrate the skin. So even though I've got really oily skin, I am worried it's because I'm not like hydrating it enough and it's creating too much oil. So I have been alternating them because it says to use them as, each of them need to be used as the last treatment in the PM. So for £3.50 I was like, a bargain. And then there was also this brand in Home Bargains which is clearly ripping off this Bioma brand, which is called Aura. So I got this, which is a clarifying face mist. So I've just been spraying that on last before I go to bed, just to help like with texture and things like that. And it's got some aloe vera in there and glycerin. So yeah, that is what I've been doing with skincare. I've been using some other stuff as well, but those are just some new things. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get Penelope so we can get ready. I think the boys are back actually. I don't know, I can hear some. Oh, is it you? Is Daddy back?
No.
Oh. What's Buddy Hat crying for? Was it you?
Yeah.
thought the boys were back. So yeah, Penelope, we need to get ready now. Can you brush it?
I'll go pause it.
You go pause it? Why don't you turn it off? Right, need to get her ready, do my hair and get dressed. And yeah, we will hopefully be able to bring you along. So this is Penelope's little set we got as a starter set. The Bioma one. These are £15, but I got it on offer for £12, which I didn't think was too bad.
Boo.
Boo. Are you ready to rinse off?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I probably need to rinse my hands first.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I don't get it on the finger and it just puts more on.
So which car park?
We're gonna go in the mega store, Henry. Yeah?
Yeah! Mega store!
The mega store.
What? How can I find something and that is so good?
Because what will happen last 2 times, if you're on 5-8 now, go to the game, not get paid.
on our way to find the museum. Henry, show everybody your new shirt. Way, woo! Love that.
Henry, when we come to football grounds, all we need is full people everywhere, and then you go through these doors here, and you've got big metal gates you go through. See that inside.
We can never get football tickets for 2 people. They're always sold out, aren't they? So Henry's not been able to come yet. Do you want to go with Daddy to a football game, Penelope?
Not really.
I know I'm not too fussed for a football game. It's for the boys, isn't it? Well, for girls as well, but for our boys. Not for us. We do the dancing. Do you know who that is?
No.
That's Ryan Giggs. That's a lot of trophies, isn't it? It's a good job they stocked up these trophy cabinets for how it's going on now. Look at all them trophies, look. Premier League
More
one.
trophies.
Look, Henry, look.
There's more trophies.
So these are
Wait, look.
replicas.
No.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that trophy, that's
That's the
huge.
that's the one you want to win.
What's that one?
That's the Champions League.
The Champions
And then
League
that's
trophy. The UEFA.
Cup.
I don't understand the different ones. I know you've got the Premier League and then you've got the FA Cup and then I know the Champions League, but then what other ones is there?
It's a cup with the world in it.
That's the FIFA World Cup. That's when you're the best football team in the world.
I thought it would
That's the Champions League. When you win the Champions League, you get going to a competition with everyone else who will. So that's for Europe. Then you've got competition with South America, North America, Asia, and then when you win that competition, that's what you get.
So we've got a lot of trophies.
Yeah,
They've won a
got
lot of
million
stuff.
trophies.
Do people play in them boots?
Yeah.
Very small. Oh, the honour. Are you looking at them? Wow, that's a lot, isn't it? They won the treble. 1999 trophies. I remember watching that when I was 11.
Look here, it looks like there's a wall there. When we come over here, it looks like there's a wall there. And when we do that, it's good.
Are we going to go for our tour now?
Yeah. We're gonna sit there.
No, they're not playing today, Henry.
Okay, welcome. That stand right up there, that's where Daddy, when they come to watch it, that's where he sat. Mummy and Daddy sat right at the very bottom.
Jewellery for the players. You can also get fire engines, ambulances, police vehicles down here onto the pitch if necessary. And we do that by opening the big doors so that we never will. But it's there and it's tested on a regular basis to ensure it works.
So there we are back from Old Trafford. It's like we was there on the day. It's so weird when that happens, when it cuts out and I have to refilm it. It always feels so random because I'm not one of them people that film my intros on different days. I like to do it all together, so that felt very, very bizarre. So a little update on Lady for you all. She has got a gum infection. It is quite bad. which I'm really disappointed about because it's not that long ago she went to the vets to have her teeth cleaning. She had to be put under and get her teeth cleaning. So it's a bit of a shame that she's had this infection. She has been on antibiotics for that, which she has now completed. And the smell has gone away and she seems to be a lot better. If it continues, if it comes back, she's going to need surgery, and we as a family need to weigh up whether we're willing to put her under anaesthetic because of her age. She does have a grade 3 heart murmur, because with Cavaliers it's not a case of if they'll get one, it's when they'll get one. She was quite lucky, she was above 10 when she got her heart murmur, so she was in quite good health. But she's fully deaf now and she has pancreatitis, and I'm just a bit worried about putting her under anaesthetic, because the actual procedure itself isn't a bad thing. They said that a tooth needs removing, or maybe a couple of teeth need removing. They said it'd be really quick, but again, we just need to weigh that up. The vet did say if the antibiotics work and it takes it down for her for a few months, we can maybe just medicate every few months with antibiotics. But obviously the longer we leave it, the older she gets. We need to obviously make a decision within the next 6 months whether we're going to have surgery or not. So that is Lady. And then obviously we went to Old Trafford, so we took you around. You got to see like the museum and the trophy room and some of the pitch and the dressing rooms and everything like that. It was a really amazing tour. Like, if you are a football fan in general, I think it's amazing to see Old Trafford, because obviously it is one of the more historical football grounds in terms of the success of the club. And I know, like, say United aren't doing that well at the moment, and I am not in any way like really into football, but when you go to this stadium tour and you see all the trophies, you see all the history and some of the memories that we've had along the way, I do think, wow, like, I do actually really like it, even though Kim's tried to get me to watch some games since, and I'm just like, no, I can't care about this team whilst they're losing, because the last time we did the stadium tour, they just won the Champions League and the Premier League, so it's a little bit of a different spiel walking round. Although they did win the FA Cup last year, we're not going to talk about this year. That was a sad moment for United fans last week, and it's something I would definitely recommend that you do if you're a football fan or a Manchester United fan. It's definitely worth, like, it's a good gift for someone if that's their team, or even not United, like if someone supports a football team, going to their stadium for a tour would probably be really good. It's obviously a lot more fun if it's your own team that you support and you can get into it. But Henry was so excited, he got his own kit with his name on. Penelope weren't that interested, but she likes looking around and seeing everything, but she's not that into it. She's a dancey girl, so we'll let her keep that hobby. But it's been really nice seeing how much Henry is into it since then. So thank you for watching my video. Something a little bit different from me today, heading to a football stadium, because it's not something that I'm necessarily into, but it was something I thoroughly enjoyed, and that's how good it was. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel out. And also, I look at the stats and a lot of the people that watch my video aren't subscribed. And it is completely free to subscribe. You do not get charged for any subscription on YouTube to channels. It just really helps my channel out if you do. And I would much appreciate it. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.